Welcome to Gnarmonton, your mountain biking guide to Edmonton. And in this video, we're going to be talking about Goldbar. There are a lot of trails in Goldbar, so this episode's just going to be about the east trails. But without further ado, let's get into it. So the first thing you're going to want to know is where to park. To find that out, all you have to do is go in my description and click a link, and it'll bring you to the address of the parking lot, and you'll be good from there. Then once you're in the parking lot, you're going to want to turn around and go right back up the paved road you just drove in on. Take a left and you'll be on the trails. On this loop, there's essentially 3 trails that you'll be riding. The first one's Gold Digger, that leads to Hustler, and then there's also Rollin Coal. But as I said, the first trail you'll be going on is Gold Digger.
Oh, Ralph. Is that Ralph? Yeah.
And I do have to say that Gold Digger is a fantastic trail. It has the flowy downhill, it has the technical climbs, and it has the jumps and features. And as you can probably tell from the description of the trail, it's not meant for beginners. This trail has some technical features including very rooty climbs, also some skinnies. So I definitely say if you are a beginner, to stay off this trail, you have to be a little more skilled to get everything out of this trail because there are jumps and berms and fast little switchbacks. But that being said, if you do want to give it a try, take it easy and I'm sure you'll be fine. And with that being said, there's some great sections on this trail, including this one where there's a drop, a gap jump, and then another jump. But if there is one thing I did find out about this trail, is that before hitting some of the jumps, you've really got to check on the landings. If you're wondering why I'm saying that, well, just watch this video.
Rats!
So if you're wondering what happened there, this was my first time riding the trail. I saw a jump, went to hit it, and in mid-air realized that you're landing on a bend. So I slammed my brakes in an attempt to save it, but I was too late and I went over the handlebars, but I was pretty lucky to come out of it not hurt at all. So take that as a lesson to take it easy on your first time on a trail. But that's pretty much the end of Gold Digger, and it'll shoot you out right at the entrance and the end of Hustler. So to get on the right direction of Hustler, you're going to want to go on a trail that's marked as intermediate trail with a blue little flag. I never did take a video of it, I don't know why, but it's right there, right beside this pipe. So hop on the trail there and you'll be going counterclockwise, which is the correct direction. But now let's talk about Hustler. To give you a very little brief description of what Hustler is like, I'd have to say it's on the side of a hill, it's flowy, and it has many punchy climbs. Part of the risk factor that does come with riding this trail is, like I said, you're on the side of a hill pretty much the entire time. And honestly, for a lot of you guys, including myself, you guys will probably like that. I love to have something right beside me, that extra little bit of danger, that if I fall off, I'm gonna go down, tumbling down a hill. But that being said, there's probably a lot of you who would want to steer away of this. And for a lot of this trail, you will be on the side, so just have that in mind if you're going to go to this trail. But that's not all that this trail is about. There's also some really cool skinnies that they have, most of them near the beginning of the trail, including one that is quite worn out. You can tell that at one point this skinny was very well made and definitely possible, but now one side of the log had rotten out so much and just worn down that it's really not possible anymore. Maybe sometime in the future they'll fix that, but there is also a few other skinnies that are still in very good condition and definitely rideable. Now let's talk about another aspect of Hustler that I absolutely love, and that is a very difficult rooty climb. And this is one of those special spots on a trail where everybody can't do it and we all sit there at the top of the hill taking turns trying and trying and trying again until we can finally get it. And honestly, that's where I've had some of the most fun I've ever had mountain biking, and this definitely is no exception. And we spent 30 minutes to an hour there, and it was super fun just trying to do it again and again. The only people to make it were myself and Trevor, who you've probably seen in the comments section. But if you're into tough climbs, I highly recommend you come here. This is a really fun little place to fool around in. And unfortunately, I only have my clip of me making it, but here it is. As you can see, I just barely did make it even. I had to put my tire pressure super low, but that is definitely a fun spot. Definitely check it out. And then after a while, almost exactly halfway through Hustler, you're going to come to a bridge, which right beside it is Rollin Coal, which is the next trail we're going to talk about. And for Rollin Coal, technically the trail direction is going down, but you have to go through double wide, really boring trail to get to the top, and you make your whole way up there just to go down really loose gravel, very steep, honestly boring, and I wouldn't say it's worth it. The only thing that may make it worth it for you is you do come beside a really old rusty truck that is cool, and I have to admit, it does make a great photo. But other than that, I'd say start from the bottom and try climbing it. And this is where the real fun comes, because this is one of, if not the hardest climbs in all of Edmonton that I've ever tried. This is one difficult climb, extremely rooty, very steep, and pretty high risk, because you can fall and tumble down the side of the hill, down into the ravine, fairly easily. As you can see, Rex almost did here.
Act hurt. There. Come here. Man, that was... Maybe we don't climb it.
But even after Rex's fall, we both did try it again and again and again, and finally, after what seemed to be a million tries, I finally did just barely make it. This is a really tough climb, and I challenge everybody watching this video to go give it a try. Very difficult and very rewarding once you finally do climb it. But as Rex learned, there are consequences, so make sure not to push yourself too hard or you're gonna get hurt. And once you're done with Rollin Coal, you'll cross the bridge and hop back onto Hustler. And this is definitely nothing to be sad about because you're about to experience what I believe to be the best part of Hustler. This section of Hustler is just so fast, fun, and flowy. And unlike the other side of a Hustler, there's not as many routes, you don't have to think as much as you're riding, it's definitely not as technical. You really just flow along the side of a hill, and I love that kind of stuff. And after a little while of this flow while you're straddling the hill, you'll finally descend and see a little bridge. You'll want to cross that and take your first left and keep going down that trail, and you'll come out where Pipe Dream is, and then pretty much take Gold Digger from there, and that's the whole loop.
I love Mom. What a good message.
So that's the end of the video, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching, and thank you guys so much for all the support on my announcement video. I think I gained like 70 subs in one day, which is amazing. So thank you guys so much for that. And I do want to quickly mention the Edmonton Mountain Biking Association, which is where you'll go to if you want to donate to the local trails for trail maintenance. So that's in the top left. All you have to do is click that right there, or you can check the link in my description. But that's the end of the video. Thank you guys so much for liking and subscribing, and I will see you guys in another Gnarmonton episode.